Just the Tips with Gamertag. Sharkathlon! What's up, guys? It's Gamertag, and I found out something weird this week, which is that XPlay does these things called Sharkathlons, where you like go in a game and this guy named Mr. Shark yells things at you and like shoots you with different weapons and stuff, which is crazy. So I'm gonna try to do one. Shark, get out here and let me pound your noob. Is this? There, I got you. That is a bush. That is not him. Oh, a skull. What? Ugh. Yuck. Steer clear of that. They should make a multiplayer version of this game. That would be awesome. Where's that ship taking those guys? Oh, it's dropping them off. Oh, here he is. Oh, he shot me. I don't understand this at all. Someone squatted on my face. So, I don't know what to say. I didn't find the Sharkathon. I looked all over the island. Maybe I did find it. If I did, I don't know what my results were. But, you know, some days you get your noobs pounded, and that's what happened to me today. So, you know, woot. Mr. Shark, we just tagged each other. Gamertag film!
Today on XPlay, we take a look at 2008's big ones, Killzone 2, SOCOM Confrontation, and Too Human. All of the action-packed games we're looking forward to this year.
And then we blow crap up in the skies with the new Warhawk expansion and get stuck in a world of goo thanks to WiiWare. XPlay starts now. Welcome to XPlay, the only video game show that never reads instruction manuals. I'm Morgan Webb.
And I'm Adam Sessler. We're coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles on Thursday, April 24th, Earth Day +2.
Later on today's show, we'll check in on Mr. Stark's biggest gamer challenge yet, Sharkathlon 2, and see who's the current leader for that recon armor. But first, let's get all of the top headlines in today's gaming update.
Rockstar Games has sprung another leak. Illegal torrent files for the NTSC version of Grand Theft Auto 4 have recently popped up online and appear to have been posted by a group called Icon. Yesterday, we reported on the leak of the PAL version of the game, and both versions are said to be playable on a modded Xbox 360. Meanwhile, a quick glance at gamerscore aggregator sites like MyGamerCard.com have revealed the names of Xbox 360 users who have either pirated the game or obtained a broken street date copy. Remember, piracy is illegal. Burnout developer Criterion Games have revealed that they will be adding motorcycles and possibly airplanes to their pedestrian-free and nitrous-filled Paradise City. The addition of motorcycles is expected to appear as part of the developer's August software update, codenamed Davis. The update will also add a new day and night cycle to the game, allowing Burnout fans to turn on their headlights for the first time. While the new bike does sport a human rider, violent crashes will only show damage to the motorcycle. And finally, ShackNews.com has learned that Metroid Prime developer Retro Studios has lost several key senior staff members. At least 3 employees were escorted off the premises last Friday, causing Nintendo fans to worry about a possible closure. Nintendo has since calmed those fanboy fears by confirming the studio is not closing and says they will continue to work alongside the team at Retro. Well, that's all for today's gaming update. Be sure to visit us on the web at g4tv.com/xplay to continue getting all of today's up-to-the-minute video game news. But now, let's go over to Morgan, who holds the glory of our big one.
Thank you, I do. With Grand Theft Auto 4 ever so close to being released, we thought we'd take a look at a few other action games you just can't wait for. They star Helghast, Grunt, Navy SEALs, and cybernetic Norse gods. Here are 2008's big ones. Good news, action fans. There's been a lot of big news about some of the heavy hitters coming out later this year. First up is SOCOM Confrontation. If you're not familiar with the hugely popular Navy SEALs sim franchise, it sold millions of copies and helped drive Sony's online ambitions. So what's the latest news? Well, developers revealed that multiplayer maps will be twice the size of those for earlier games. They also let loose that players will have the ability to run for as long as they want to, but when you're done sprinting, your shooting accuracy will take a realistic hit. So it may be better to play smarter than harder. So far, they've only shown off North African standby Crossroads, but they're planning on unveiling new multiplayer maps later this month. That's not the only action game we've gotten the latest scoop on. Killzone 2 made a splash debut way back at E3 2005. It looks like the game will support the DualShock 3, which means you'll get to rumble wirelessly as you kill alien scum. The latest in-game footage looks great, and we're hoping the final product lives up to what you're seeing here. Internet speculation is that Killzone 2 may very well slip into 2009's release calendar, but developers have said that if nothing else, there will be information emerging about a public beta later this year. And we couldn't give you an update on this year's big ones without checking in on Too Human. This game might actually win some sort of award for longest development time, with the possible exception of Duke Nukem Forever. It was first conceived as a PlayStation 1 game back in 1999, but it looks like it'll finally be hitting your Xbox 360s later this year. So what's new with Too Human? Well, developers recently told the press that much like Mass Effect, Too Human is the first in an already planned trilogy. Silicon Knights also revealed that character customization options will be available as downloadable content. And yes, you can transfer your character and all their belongings amongst the 3 planned installments.
The SOCOM footage you saw in that piece is of an older variety. Now, during our Summer Games Preview next week, you can catch some truly amazing brand new moving footage. It looks great, so be sure to tune in. Okay, color us surprised. Nintendo's new WiiWare games aren't the money grab we thought they might be. One of the titles we're most excited about is World of Goo. This messy puzzler was an Independent Games Festival finalist for 2008. And we've got your all-access pass. I'm here with Kyle and Ron from 2D Games, the makers of World of Goo. Now, the game, while it looks so good, the gameplay itself is also very compelling, but a little bit harder to read from just watching it. How is one going to play the game?
You drag and drop living, talking balls of goo to build structures. It's a puzzle construction game.
What's kind of the logic behind the physics, and how does it work inside of the game?
What's really nice about the physics is it's something people innately learn as babies. You know, you see how things fall and how things balance, and people kind of learn that. And so you get a whole bunch of just realistic physics in the game. People kind of have this intuitive sense of what will work and what doesn't. But we found that the biggest thing that people need to realize is, oh, this does behave like it does in real life. That kind of really drives a lot of the experience.
What are some of the different types of goo, and what do they do?
Right, so the first thing we came up with was the balloon goo, which aren't, technically they might not even be goo, but they're lighter than air, and so you can use them to kind of attach into structure and help float things up. You can use it to lift things or to balance. That's one idea. Another thing is, if you've seen the common goo, you just attach it and then it's there, it's done, you're done with it. There's ivy goo, which you can kind of pull off the structure, and that allows you kind of to build structures which move over time. It's kind of like little caterpillars and things like that.
Can you give us a ballpark of when we can expect to be playing World of Goo?
Well, people can actually pre-order the game online now, and then they get the preview chapter, which is what you see Kyle playing in the background. In terms of when it will release on PC and Wii, we're trying to coordinate those to be together. We expect development to be done in June, maybe July.
All right, well, Kyle, Ron, congratulations on World of Goo. I look forward to playing this really soon.
We have to take a quick break, but first we want to know how musically obsessed you are in today's poll question. We want to know, how many rock band songs have you downloaded? A, less than 10, B, 10 or more, or C, can't even afford rock band. Log on to g4tv.com/xplay, let us know. We'll have the results later in the show.
When XPlay continues, we check in with Mr. Sark to see who's currently in the lead right now in our XPlay Gamer Challenge for the ultra-rare Halo 3 Recon Armor. Then, Joe Gordine has some Guitar Hero 3 pro tips that will up your gamer score and have you rocking out in no time. Plus, we take a look at the Warhawk expansion for PS3 in today's download. Don't miss it.
June 1st, G4 presents the world television premiere of The King of Kong, the award-winning film featuring two men and their absurd obsession with attaining the Donkey Kong world record. You do not want to miss this movie. It's actually one of my favorites. I guarantee you're going to love it too. The King of Kong premieres June 1st only on G4.
Most of us aren't born to be rock stars, even when it comes to games when you're faking it. But that doesn't mean you have to give up your dreams just yet. Joel Gordine has some pro tips to make your Guitar Hero 3 tour a little easier.
What's up, guys? Joel Gordine here in the X-Play Gaming Lab. I'm going to give you some tips on how to get some of those harder achievements on Guitar Hero 3. Let's take a look. First, let's start with one of my favorite achievements, Who Needs the Power? It's worth 15 gamer points. You get the achievement by scoring over 200,000 on the Cult of Personality. It's not an easy feat, considering on hard you can't even get 200,000 points. You're just a little shy. Or can you? You see, the trick is, you don't have to do it on expert at all. You can do it on hard, as long as you can hit most of the notes. Then, if you have a 4 times multiplier and you can actually use star power, finish with an 8 times multiplier, and if you finish the song before your star power's up, the game counts it as not being used. You'll get the achievement. Bam. This next tip has to do with the Streak Master achievement. It's worth 20 gamer points. You get it for hitting 1,000 notes in a row. Not easy to do. Not many songs have 1,000 notes. Here's the trick. Through the Fire and Flames on easy has over 1,100 notes. So you can do it with a little patience, little concentration. You'll get that achievement. Final pro tip. There are 4 achievements that award you for unlocking everything in the store. Trackmaster, Got 'em All, Axe Collector, and Burning a Hole in Your Pocket, which gives you 10 gamer points for unlocking everything. Now, the problem is, in order to get Axe Collector and Burning a Hole in Your Pocket, you have to beat every game mode and get 5 stars on every game mode, because you unlock guitars when you do so. But here's a cheat. If you use the Unlock Everything code in the cheat menu, which is a series of 13 4-note chords, you will actually unlock all of those achievements at once. Hey, easier than 5-starring every song, right?
Yeah, you have to be sure to pick up the Unlock Everything code for Guitar Hero 3 by visiting our gaming update blog at g4tv.com/xplay. Now, there's still 1 week to try your hand at Mr. Stark's Devious Sarcathlon 2. Bungie's in, and they've decided to put Recon armor on the line, so what are you waiting for? Here's how the contest is currently shaping up.
The lure of Recon armor has drawn the best of the best to compete on Mr. Sark's latest obstacle course, the Sarcathlon 2. Over the weekend, the reigning Sarcathlon champ, DJ Malou, submitted a time that placed him a full minute ahead of second place. With signature bravado, Malou had his run posted on YouTube, and Mr. Sark's inbox was immediately crushed by imitator submissions. Jono, an XB master, used similar routes and actually beat Malou at his own game. Then on Monday night, Palexion sent in his 3-minute, 31-second run. His methods are mysterious, and his route is shrouded in secrecy, but with his submission, the volume on this competition has been cranked up. If you think you can throw down with these Halo athletes, log into Bungie.com and go to your service record page. Down to the left, enter Mr. Sark's name in the People Finder. Once you're at his service record, click on his file share and download the goods. Make sure you get the map, the game type, and the tutorial video. Once you've got your Recon armor winning run in the can, put it in your file share and recommend it to Mr. Sark. Oh, and you better do this quick. Palexion isn't getting any slower. All right, Mr. Sark, welcome back. Now, I see that this challenge has actually brought out some real competitors.
Yeah. Recon armor makes people crazy. People have gone nuts over this.
Now, I heard that this competition has actually driven people to some rather drastic King of Kong-like tactics. They've gone so far as to actually make secret tapes that they won't show anyone.
Yeah, I can't mention any names, but some of our leaders are sitting on better times than have been posted yet, and they want to hold off until they see what other people are putting up.
So, I would guess we have to say, if you think you've got what it takes to win the second Sarcathlon, you need to head on over to g4tv.com/xplay for all of those, particulars.
And remember, you're not just playing for Recon armor. The lead athletes also get Jinxed. Clothing for geeks and gamers. You can check them out at jinx.com.
Hey, and when X-Play returns, we take to the skies to check out the Warhawk expansion pack. But first, let's take a look at the top 10 contenders for the Recon armor in the leaderboard for the Sarcathlon 2.
Viewer discretion.
This show also available as a G4 podcast.
Welcome back to X-Play. Now tune in to G4 this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for the broadcast premiere demo of Grand Theft Auto 4. We'll interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you a commercial-free live feed of Morgan and I playing the most wanted game of the year.
We'll do a little shooting, run over pedestrians, and get into a whole lot of trouble. This is the first moment Rockstar is making gameplay footage available to the public, and we wanted to make sure you got it. G4's Grand Theft Auto 4 exclusive sneak peek starts this Sunday at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, only on G4.
Earlier in the show, we asked you how many Rock Band songs you've downloaded. Well, the results are in, and a staggering 69% of you said you can't even afford Rock Band. Get a third job. Throw over to Morgan.
It's quite pricey. Well, since its launch last year, Warhawk has been a consistent source of multiplayer bloodshed for the PlayStation 3. Trust me, there's nothing more fun than chasing down on-foot enemies in a plane. A new expansion has just launched, and now you have an even bigger vehicle at your disposal. Listen up, maggots. I know you're sick and tired of slogging through the mud of island outposts and fighting off dry mouth in the Badlands. Well, it's time to toughen up. I'm sending you somewhere so cold you'll think you died and went to Eskimo heaven. I'm sending you to the Vapor Field Glacier. Warhawk's newest expansion, Operation Broken Mirror, has just hit the digital shelves on the PlayStation Store. For the low, low price of $7.99, you'll get a brand new map, the aforementioned Glacier. The map comes with 10 layouts, as well as an armored personnel carrier, or APC, capable of carrying up to 6 individual fighters. The APC also acts as a mobile spawn point, a shield-generating rolling fortress, and a turbo-boosting transport. Plus, it can deep fry a turkey in a minute and a half. The map itself is a howling wasteland of snow, ice, and elevated roads that make a strong argument for the presence of heavy ordnance on Los Angeles freeways. Look, all I'm saying is if traffic on the 405 was this clear all the time, I'd never be late for work. After clamoring for a snowbound map for some time, fans should appreciate everything Operation Broken Mirror has to offer. From its new battleground to its new APC to the near criminal low price, this expansion is a must-download for any fan of the original game.
In order to cut down on greenhouse gas emissions, we need to recycle more. That's why it's time for an X-Play replay. On today's show, we review Target Terror for the Wii. The only thing worse than this off-the-rails bad rail shooter is actual terrorism. The graphics are awful, the aiming is slightly off, and a random dude appears out of nowhere to chainsaw you in the face. This is a 1 out of 5.
Come on.